What's up, YouTube? It's me, Mr. Extras, and this is another one of my callback thingies. Now I'm just putting the clips in raw, but all these are my PRs. It's gonna show my PRs eventually, because some of my clips are a little too long. You're not gonna hear any audio because I was talking to my friends, and one of them were raging, and very mean words were being said for every single one of these clips. So I'm just not gonna let the audio go in here. But we have progressed a lot. Now, one thing that I will say is what you're looking at right now, I PR'd on this scenario like 4 times. I think I have like 4 clips of me PRing on this scenario. Yeah, this is definitely one of the ones that I majorly improved on. And when I hit my peak, like when I hit my final PR with the highest that I ever gotten out of all these PBs, when I hit my highest PB and I tried a scenario again, I just felt so in control of my tracking. I don't know how to explain it. And it's just like I just felt so in control of all my movements, and it is insane. Now I'm going to throw up what it looks like right now for my Viscose benchmark thing. I'm gonna show my scores right now. All right, me and DaVinci are having problems. It crashed 2 times. I recorded the 3rd time and it would not show up. So I'm just gonna say everything I said shortly. I felt like I was in more control of my aim, and very proud of my scores. And I think aim training has fatigue exactly like training in the gym. How do I know this? For example, your first set that the first set that you do in an exercise in your session is always going to be the most effective set because there's no systematic fatigue. The first set you do, the first exercise you do in a session is going to be the most effective because there's no fatigue. No fatigue means you can push harder, meaning you can push harder means more motor units, and higher motor units help you get higher mechanical tension. Mechanical tension is the main driver of muscle growth, and that means you gain more muscle. Now, why do I think this applies to aim training? I think it does because, as you can see, one clue is the first thing I did is Wisphere Raw Control, and it gained the most progress. The second I did is Wisphere, gained the second most progress. And the third thing I did, which is the last, is Smoothbot, and it gained the least amount of progress between the other 2. How also do I know is because you can bottleneck on here. When I was doing Smoothbot Invincible Goated, when I did a certain amount of times after I PR'd, I slowly dropped off and then I exponentially dropped off, which also lines up with what happens in the gym. When fatigue sets in, it's not linear, it's exponential. And then I thought it was just technique. I was trying my best, even improved my technique a bit, didn't get a higher score. Tried Wisphere, Raw Control, same thing happened, I just kept dropping off. So there's 100% fatigue. Mental fatigue, definitely. There's no way you can get physical fatigue from aim training, you know. Let's see if this saves, hopefully. Okay, it saved. Thank God. I wasted like 13 extra minutes, like having to say everything over and over again. Let me move this closer. Okay. Another thing I was gonna do was compare my scores from when I first did medium Viscose benchmarks, and that's what crashed my PC. So I copy and pasted the PNGs of my benchmark, so then I don't have to physically move the position and zoom again. And when I copy and paste it while I'm talking, it crashes my DaVinci. So I'm not gonna do that again. I'm not gonna make that same mistake. Back to what I was saying. when I first played Viscose benchmarks on medium 5 days ago, my tracking, specifically my arm tracking, so then we can keep this consistent. My arm tracking was halfway through Cinnabon, so I hit Cinnabon, and I was halfway to Vermilion. So I was about to hit Vermilion, halfway there. And in 5 days, let me pause this real quick so then I can not have my DaVinci crash. Ta-da! So go to Vermilion, like the actual thing, and then go to the M. That's where, and then go straight down in a line. That's where a majority of my arm tracking was 5 days ago. And it was at that M of Vermilion. That's where a majority of it was. Sorry for that squeak. I have a metal box that I put my feet on because I don't have a leg rest. And my knees, I have chronic knee pain. And then look at my scores now. Celadon, 30% to Celadon, 40% to Celadon. In just 5 days, I think that's a lot of progress. I think, let me put it in voltaic terms. So, in 5 days, so halfway to Vermilion is low platinum. So no, it's high gold. So Cinnabar could be considered high gold. And yeah, I was halfway into Cinnabar. No, I was Cinnabar, but I was halfway to Vermilion. So yeah, I was gold. I was gold at that time. And in 5 days, everything's saffron, right? Yeah, everything's saffron. Saffron is considered diamond. So in voltaic benchmarks, I went from mid gold to low diamond in 5 days. And then let me look at my and then I was able to hit Celadon on one of my Wisphere. And yeah, now I'm basically mid, but the low end of mid diamond. Yeah, so yeah, gold to diamond in 5 days on tracking. I think that's pretty. Is that not talent or anything? Is that not goated or anything? I have to have some natural aiming talent or something. Cause I feel if someone's able to get gold to diamond in 5 days, they must have insane aim. Unless progressing on benchmarks is just that easy. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna hit Jade. We're getting close. We're gonna hit Jade sooner or later. I think where I'm gonna struggle the most from going from Celadon to Cerulon. No, not Celadon. Everything's at Vermilion. I think what's gonna be the hardest from Vermilion, I think the hardest thing is gonna be Vermilion to Cerulean. Yeah, I think the hardest is gonna be dynamic clicking for me. I think you kind of need some somewhat fast sense for some of the dynamic clicking. Otherwise, I think I could definitely hit it. And then we're gonna do Jade to Grandmaster, which is gonna be light work. But yeah, I was able to talk through this whole thing. Wow. But yeah, I think I've made a lot of progress. I'll see y'all on the next day.
Lossy. Shawty said we link where the winds meet. How you say we mean you don't want who sing with me? You ain't not my bitch if you can't come and sing with me. You